طيب. This is the week 6 math AMS quiz, but it is week 8. For those who don't check the groups, uh, do the week 6 quiz for week 8, because the week 8 quiz actually has material which isn't included, and this is the correct material. I did the whole quiz, it's all correct, same material. So this is supposed to be a week 6 quiz. Okay, المهم, let's start. It's mostly about scale drawings for IG. Not mostly, it's all about scale drawings for IG. It's very easy. Morgan creates a scale model of a playground with a scale 1 to 50. The actual height is 4.5 meters. What is the correct height of the slide? It's very easy, yani. It's so easy. All you have to do, you take the scale, you put it as a fraction. The actual height is 4.5 meters. What is the height on the scale model? So what a scale drawing is, it's basically when you draw something compared to its actual size. Okay, so obviously the small number will be the drawing, because the drawing is always obviously smaller than the actual model. So 1 over 50 should be equal to the drawing on the model, so we don't know x, over uh, the actual height of the slide, which is 4.5. Okay, so you'll get 50x equals 4.5, x equals 4.5 divided by 50, and that's 0.09, but this is meters, right? Please pay attention to the units. The units is the only hard part of these questions, meters. But there's a choice here for centimeters, and 0.09 meters is actually 9 centimeters if you multiply by 100. Yeah, that's question one. Question two, uh, كلهم هيك يعني, they're all like this. The actual walking distance between Noah's home and the school is 900 meters. From Noah's home and the school is 900 meters. What is the actual distance from Noah's home to the library? Okay, أول شيء, let's talk about Noah's home to the school. Noah's home to the school on the graph is 2.25 centimeters. What is the actual distance? 900 meters. But pay attention, it's in meters. You need to change it to centimeters. Okay, how do you do that? You multiply by 100. Okay, I'm not going to keep on writing times 100 because I'm going to be repeating myself a lot of times. So at this point, if I just do times 100, it's because I'm converting from meters to centimeters. So always have it in the same unit. Equals, we want Noah's home to the library. On the drawing, Noah's home to the library is 3 centimeters over x centimeters. You cross multiply and you're going to get this answer. Okay, and this is in centimeters, but they want it in meters because like all the choices are in meters. If I divide by 100, and you're gonna get 1200. Oh, that's another zero. Yeah, that's it. These questions are pretty straightforward. Question 3, this is an old question. You just do Pythagoras theorem. Okay, you should just do 6 radical 5 squared plus 12 squared equals x squared, or whatever the distance is squared, and you're gonna get x equals 18. Okay, يعني everybody knows this question at this point. It's common every AMS, and you just do Pythagoras theorem. No need to draw or anything for this one. A sequence is okay. The sequences, yeah, Allah. There's sequences again for this week. Uh, they're not hard, just more formulas to do. The new one is cubic sequences, but this one's easy. Yani. Look, this is the linear sequence 7, 22, 37. The rule is un equals am plus b. What is u22? How can you find u22 if you don't know the formula for the actual sequence? But what you have to do is you have to find what is un equal to. Okay, to do that, first we need to find the constant difference, right? Remember, I told you a is always the constant difference. Okay, the constant difference in this case is 15, because whenever you subtract all of them, it's 15. So un is equal to 15n plus b. How do you find b? I recommend, it's like doing y equals mx plus b. I recommend you always take the first point, number 1. Okay, so u1 is equal to 15 times n is the position, yani the position of the number. I think you guys remember, so 15 times 1 plus b equals u1. What's u1? Yani what's the first number? 7, right? 7 is equal to 15 times 1 plus b. Why 15 times 1? Because n is 1. N is 1, yani the first number. N2 will be 22 and 3 is 37. So yani if you to get what I'm trying to say. But 7 equals 15 plus b. You move 15 to the other side, you get b equals minus 8. So you're going to get un is equal to 15n minus 8. Can we find u22 now? Yes, we can. So u22, the 22nd number will be 15 times 22 minus 8, and you'll get 322. Okay, question 5, I think cubic now. Yeah, cubic. Okay, look, please don't get scared from this. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to be simple. Yani. Okay, look, cubic sequences, that means you have 3 sets of difference. Quadratic had 2 sets of differences. But remember that it always ends with a constant difference. Okay, so a cubic sequence has 3 differences before it reaches the constant difference. Okay, it's very easy. Please ignore this. Ignore this. It's there's no point in it. Let's just call this the first set, the second set, and the third set. Okay, we have formulas. Okay, you want A, B, C, and D, right? To find f8, we need the actual equation for fn, right? And fn is this an cubed plus bn squared plus cn plus d. We need to find a, b, c, and d. Obviously, you have formulas. A is actually 6. A equals to the constant difference, or let's just say the third set. B is 12a plus 2b equals the second set. And when I say second set, third set, it's always the first number, huh? First number, okay, of that set. C is actually 7a plus 3b plus c equals the first set. And D is always, the last one is always a plus b plus c plus d equals the first number. In this case, the first number is the first number, yani 0. Okay? Let's solve this, yani. Let's start with a. We said a is 6a equals to the third set. The third set, you go first set, second set, third set. Third set is 12. 6a equals 12 equals 2. So a is 2. How about b? B is 12a plus 2b equals the second set. What's the second set? First set, second set. What's the first number? 14. We know a is 2, right? So it will be 12 times 2 plus 2b equals 14. You'll get 24 plus 2b equals 14. 2b equals minus 10. B equals minus 5. How about c? We said c is 7a plus 3b plus c equals the first set. The first set over here is 0. It's the first set of differences. So equals 0. 7a, we said a is 2, right? So 7 times 2 plus 3b. We said b is negative 5. 3 times minus 5. Plus c equals 0. 7 times 2, 14. 3 times negative 5 is minus 15. Plus c equals 0. 14 minus 15 is minus 1 plus c equals 0. C equals 1. D. We know D is a plus b plus c plus d equals what? The first number. Which in this case, let me erase this. Which in this case, the first number is 0. Okay? A we said is 2, B we said is minus 5, C we said is 1, and D we don't know, right? Equals 0. Solve this. This is simple math. 2 minus 5 plus 1 is minus 2 plus D equals 0. You get D equals 2. Okay. Now we have the values of A, B, C, and D. Can we complete the equation? Yes, we can. A we said is 2, so we put 2n cubed. So Fn, Fn equals 2n cubed plus b. We said b is minus 5, so minus 5n squared. Let me remove the plus to make it a bit simpler. Minus 5n squared plus cn. What is c? We said c is 1, so 1n. So you can just put n if you want. Plus d, which we said is 2. So can we find f8? Yes, we can. So f8 will be equal to 2n cubed. So 2 times 8 cubed minus 5 times 8 squared plus 1 times 8 plus 2, and you'll get 714. Okay, just these formulas please احفظون. إذا ما بتحفظون you won't be able to solve. يعني if you don't memorize the formulas you won't be able to solve. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, cubic sequences. Question 6. Uh, Now we have the sigma. Sigma notation, very easy, okay? I'm gonna be very simple with you. Sigma, if I think you guys have heard of it, it always usually starts with 1 and ends with a number, let's say 5, and they put anything. This anything could be a number, 2. Sigma in math means sum, okay? Sum. So what does this mean? It means add 2 going from n equals 1 to 5. What does that mean? So 2 plus, this is the first one. Now we go all the way from 1 to 5. The second one will be 2 again. The third one will be, this is the second one. Plus the third one will be 2 again. Plus the fourth one will be 2 again. Plus the fifth one will be 2 again. Did we reach 5? Yes, so we stop. And what is this? 10. So you could say sigma is repetitive addition. And you know, repetitive addition is just multiplication. So an easy way to do it when you have uh, just a constant number after the sigma, you can just do 2 times 5. But if I gave you sigma 3 starting at n equals 3 and ending at 5, if you do 3 times 5, you're going to be an idiot. Because, yani, I'm sorry, but that's just stupid. Okay? If you put 5 at the top and you put 3 here, but you're starting at 3, if you do 3 times 5, obviously you're going to be wrong. Because you're starting from n equals 3. So how many times will you go, how many times will you add 3 between 3 and 5? Obviously, 3, 4, 5, 3 times, right? So an easy way, يعني, a formula to represent the sigma, if you have a constant, it's always the number up, let's call it y, and the number down, we call it x. It's always y minus x plus 1 times, let's call this number n times n. Okay, that's a formula I just made on the spot. Well, I just made it up. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, if you have a constant and you want to finish fast, okay, it's usually always just multiplying the number at the top by the number that's beside it. Okay, 5 times 3, 15. But if you have the number down that isn't starting at 1, let's say it starts at 4. Okay, in this case, you're just going to do 3 plus 3, right? Because this is the fourth, this is the fifth, which is 6. Which is the same as doing 5 minus 4, which is 1 plus 1 times 3, which is 6. Because 2 times 3 is 6. But المهم, this isn't the hard part, this is the easy part. Okay, I don't think they asked once in the quiz where you had to do the top minus bottom, whatever. المهم, look, here we have n equals 1. Okay, yeah, اصلا they're saying the sum of a constant k from 1 to n is always nk. So if you're starting from 1, I'm sure they'll get a question like this. If you're starting from 1, 12 times 8, and you're good, 96. That's it. Okay. Question 7. This is the hard one. Yeah, okay. Look, you can split the sigma notation. What do I mean by splitting? When I have sigma, this is how they explain it in the book. Sigma 5a starts from n equals 1 to 6. Yeah, if you have this sigma over here, don't worry about n equals 1 to 6. Understand that you want the letter to be alone. You always want the letter to be alone. You never want the letter to be with a number. So when you're saying sigma 5a, it's the same as doing 5 times sigma a. And obviously n equals 1 and 5. Forget about these up and down numbers. So you can always split the sigma. What else? If the sigma has a plus or a minus. Let's say and I gave you sigma 5a plus 3. Again, you can split the sigma. The first thing you want to split is 5a and 3. This is the same as saying sigma 5a plus sigma 3. And obviously 6 and equals 1. Yeah, this felt 6 at the top. Okay? If you have a sigma, it's like distributing the sigma into the equation. So it's the same as doing sigma 5a plus sigma 3. And then, can you split sigma 5a? Of course you can. You take the 5 out. Okay, take the sigma. It's going to be 5 sigma a, 6 at the top, and equals 1. Okay, and plus sigma n equals 1, 6, 3. Okay, you can always split sigmas. If you don't split the sigma, you won't be able to solve. But in this case, let me add this to a new page. To solve this sigma 3a minus 2, you need to split it up. Let's split it. Sigma 3a minus 2, 3ai, whatever. Starts at I equals 1 and 5, ends at 5. You have to split it. What is this the same as saying? It's the same as saying sigma 3ai minus sigma 2. Oh, wait, that's not a 2. Sigma 2. Obviously, ending at 5, starts at I equals 1, I equals 1, and ends at 5. Can you split this sigma 3ai? Yes, you can. It will be 3 sigma ai, ending at 5, starts at I equals 1, minus sigma I equals 1, ending at 5, 2. Can you solve this knowing that ai equals 15? Yes, you can. It's the same as saying 3 sigma 15, I equals 1, ending at 5, minus sigma 2, I equals 1, starting at 5. Okay, how do you do this? My fault, my fault, my fault. I did not read the question properly. It's not 3 sigma 15, it's actually 3 times 15. Okay, my fault, because they said sigma AI is 15, not AI is 15. They said sigma AI is 15. Instead of this sigma AI, I put 15. So 3 times 15 minus sigma 2. You guys know how to find sigma 2. 3 times 15 is 45. Sigma 2 starting at 1. How do you do it? 2 times 5, which is 10, and you get 25. That's it. Okay, you get 25. Shoot 25. Yeah, 35. Yeah, 45 minus 10, 35. Okay, this one. Is it the same one? STP's tweaking. Well, uh, this one. Okay, 7. Okay, question 8. Consider the sequence un equals 2n plus 9. What's u5 plus u10? Okay, this is easy. u5 will be equal to, because they said un equals 2n plus 9, so 2 times 5 plus 9. u10 will be 2 times 10 plus 9. This is 19. This is 29. You plus these, add these, whatever, 48. That's it. Question 9. Okay, this is easy. Actually, no, I'll solve it here. Sigma 10n minus 7 starting at 1, starting at 5, ending at 5. Look, you're going to tell me, Wali, let me just do 10n minus 7. So, no, please don't. Please, 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 please. They're saying n equals 1 and n ends at 5. They're not saying, yani, it's a constant number ending at 5. No, 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 no. This is, it's a binomial. So you actually have to plug in n. So we're going to have a sum of 10n minus 7 where n equals 1 all the way to where n equals 5, right? So we're going to have how many? We're going to have n equals 1, n equals 2, n equals 3, n equals 4, and n equals 5. So let's start. N equals 1, it will be 10 times 1 minus 7. Oh, minus 7. N equals 2 is going to be 10 times 2 minus 7. 10 times 3 minus 7. 10 times 4 minus 7. And 10 times 5 minus 7. And obviously, since it's sigma, you add them all up. Sigma means sum. You add these all up, yani I think everybody in grade 10 should be able to solve this. Yani 10 times 1 minus 7, 10 times 2, whatever. Everybody should be able to solve this. You're gonna get 115. Okay, that's it. Question 10. Okay, given a regular hexagon whose apothegm is 10 radical 3, find the perimeter. Okay, look. This is a hexagon. Okay, هيك that's about yeah. Okay, this is a hexagon like this. It's not a regular one, but المهم, it's a hexagon. Okay, the apothegm is 10 radical 3. The apothegm is the distance from here, the center, to one of the vertexes. Okay, is vertexes? Well, no, it's actually to the sides, to the midpoint of the side. المهم, that's the apothegm. Let me draw it again, like this, and it's like this. Okay, yeah, this is the apothegm. That's what we call A. The equation for this apothem is s radical 3 over 2. Okay, they're telling me the apothem is 10 radical 3. So this s radical 3 over 2 is 10 radical 3. Can I find the perimeter? You know that the perimeter is side times 6. Why side times 6? Because the hexagon has 6 sides. Side, 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 side. So can I find the perimeter if I have the side? Of course I can. How do I find the side? I know that the side times radical 3 over 2 is equal to the apothem, which is 10 radical 3. Can I solve this? Multiply by 2 on the other side. S radical 3 equals 20 radical 3. Cancel radical 3 on both sides. You get S equals 20. Can I find the perimeter? Perimeter equals side times 6, so 20 times 6, so perimeter equals 120. Like, there's a lot of questions like this. They're very easy. Just know the formula for the apothem. The area of an equilateral triangle. I can give you the formula, I can explain it. Formula of the area of equilateral triangle is s squared radical 3 over 4. Or you can do base times height over 2 and find the height using Pythagoras theorem. Whatever you want. And I recommend memorize s squared radical 3 over 4. In this case, it's 24, right? So 24 squared over 4 times radical 3. Okay, look, if you do it on a calculator, it's going to give you a decimal. Okay, since they don't want radical 3 in the answer, they just want k, just don't put radical 3. Okay, so just keep it as 24 squared over 4. And I think 24 squared divided by 4, you get 144. Yeah, you get 144, and they want it as k radical 3. You want k only, so we just keep it as 144. No need to put radical 3 if they're only asking for k. Okay, because the calculator is going to give you a different answer. Question 12. The area of a rhombus is 12 and the length of one diagonal. Okay, again, area of rhombus. I think rhombus, I'll give you the shape. Area of rhombus is equal to d1 d2 over 2. What does this mean? Diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 over 2. So if I give you a rhombus like this is diagonal 1, let's say d1, this is diagonal 2, I call it d2. The area is actually d1 d2 over 2. So in this case, the area is 12. So 12 equals d1, which is 4. We need the other diagonal, so times d2, and you know it's always over 2. So can I find d2? Of course I can. Multiply by 2, it's 24, equals 4 times d2, divided by 4, d2 equals 6. Again, why did I do this? Because it's always diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 over 2 equals the area. So d1, which is 4, times diagonal 2 divided by 2 equals the area, which is 12. Solve it like I just did. 24 and divide by 4, you get 6. 13. What's the area of a square who has a length of 6? Okay, يعني صراحة, if you don't know this in grade 10, I'm sorry, wallah. If this is 6 and you have a square, you know it's a square. So 6 squared, which is 36. So the area is 36. It's always 6 times 6, side times side. Yani I think I took this in grade 2. Okay, I'm sorry if you don't know it. Uh, there's problems, صراحة. Okay, what's the area of a triangle with height 12 and base 7? You know it's always bh over 2. So it's 12 times 7 divided by 2, which is 42. Question 15. If the area of a square is 64, then the length of the sides is 8. Okay. Uh, square root of 64 is 8. يعني شو بدك مني? Uh, I think everybody knows this, yeah? Because the area of a square is side squared, and if s squared is equal to 64, so s equals radical 64, which is 8. Okay, that's it. Question 16. This is a parallelogram. Area of parallelogram is always BH. BH. Look, if the questions come this easy in the exam, alhamdulillah. But sometimes they give you the height outside the parallelogram. Okay, like sometimes they give it like uh, how do I say? I don't know. Like they give it like this. They give the height down here, and they say I don't know. I mean, but they give you the height outside the parallelogram. How do I draw it? I actually don't know. Holiness, you know. Hey, huh? المهم, if they give you the height outside the parallelogram, then use that. Okay, sometimes they'd extend it down to here and they say 10 and they put a right angle down here. Okay, but they don't give this. If they do that, then you take 10. Always take the right angle. Okay, don't take 10. Some of you take 10 as the height. That's a, just don't do it, please. Okay, so it's gonna be base times height, so 16 times 7, because 7 is the height. The height is always the right angle. Whenever you see the right angle, that's your height. Okay, just don't take it if it's just any side. And the base, don't take 10 as your base. Please don't be dumb. Please, يعني it's I don't know what to tell you صراحة. Uh, don't take 10 as your base. 10 is obviously not the base. The base is the one that's connected to the height, always. Okay, the one that's connected to the height. So it's gonna be 16 times 7, 112. 17. If the area of a rectangle is 84 and its height is 7, then the length is 12. Rectangle, area is 84, the height is 7, or you want to say width. What is the length? You guys know the area of rectangle is length times width, or length times height, which is 7 times the height equals 84, so h equals 12. يعني I'm trying to explain it, but like it's so يعني it's this stuff we took in primary. Area of the trapezoid, the area of a trapezoid, I think everybody knows this from physics. Area of a trapezoid is base 1 plus base 2 over 2 times the height equals the area. If the area is 132, then what is going to be the height if you have both bases? Let's solve it. 10 is base 1 plus base 2 is 14 over 2 times the height equals 132. 10 plus 14 over 2 is 24 over 2 times the height equals 132. You get 12h equals 132. 12 because 24 divided by 2 is 12 times the height, so 12h equals 132. H equals 11. Okay, يعني that's it. 19. Okay, scale drawings. Uh, Ginger drew a scale model of her TV of length 2.5 centimeters as shown here, and the actual length is 1.5 meters. What's the scale she used? Okay, you have to put it same units. So it's 2.5 centimeters over 150 centimeters because you multiply by 100, okay? Uh, and what is, put 2.5 over 150, that's actually 1 over 60. So the ratio would be 1 to 60, okay? Question 20. Uh, okay. Uh, the the actual width of the vegetable garden. So the vegetable garden, this width, this is the length. Don't take that, please. The width is always the shorter side. The actual width of the vegetable garden is 9 meters. If the actual length of the barbecue area is k meters, so this is here, which is actually 5 here, 5 centimeters because it's 5 here, is k meters. What is the value of k? Okay, enter only a number for your answer. Uh, the vegetable garden is 3 centimeters over the actual width of the vegetable garden, which is 900 centimeters, because 9 meters to centimeters 900, equals, what is the drawing width? 5 centimeters, over the actual width, which we don't know, we just put it as k. Cross multiply, you're gonna get 1500 centimeters. Okay, they want it in meters, divide by 100 equals 15 meters. That's it. 21. probability اجانا probability نحن. Okay, spinner A spun once. What's the probability? It's not number 6. Okay, if it's not number 6, in this spinner we have 4 numbers. Only one of them is 6. If it's not 6, it's 4, 4, or 5. So there are 3 possibilities out of 4 numbers that are not 6. Okay, that's it. Yani use your logic, please. Everybody should be able to solve this. Okay, spinner B is spun twice. The probability that the number shown is number 5 both times is expressed as k over 4. Okay, the probability that it's 5, 5. If you have a collective probability, that means you multiply. Okay, so what's the probability of getting 5? It's actually, since you have 2 5s out of 4 numbers. So 2 over 4 are 5, are 5. So it's 2 over 4 times 2 over 4, which is actually 1 over 4, I think. 4 over 16, 1 over 4. Yeah, 1 over 4. Part C, spinner A is spun 40 times. Which of the following is the best estimate? Uh, do I have to? Yeah. Okay, put this down here. Take this. Okay. Spinner A is spun 40 times. Which of the following is estimate that it's 5? Okay, spinner A. What's the probability it gets 5? It's 1 5 out of 4 numbers. So 1 over 4 are 5. Right? So the probability of getting a 5 equals 1 over 4. But it's spun 40 times. So this 1 over 4 times 40. That's it. And you get cancel, cancel, it's 10. Yeah, that's it, really, that's it. Okay, Dan spins spinner B until he gets the number 6. Dan spins the spinner B until he gets the number 6. What's the value if it happens on the fourth try? Okay, what does it mean if he spins it for 4 times and on the fourth time he gets 6? So he's spinning the spinner B. So we want the probability he gets 6 on the fourth trial. So the first trial, it's not 6. On the second trial, it's not 6. The third trial, it's not 6. But on the fourth trial, it's actually 6 this time. Because he's spinning until he gets 6 and it happens on the fourth trial. What's the probability of this happening? It's a collective probability, so we have to multiply them all. What's the probability of not getting 6 in B? It's 3 numbers out of 4, not 6. If I have 3 over 4 times 3 over 4 times 3 over 4 times, what's the probability of getting 6? It's 1 number out of 4 that are 6, right? Are 6. So times 1 over 4. And you get 27 over 256, which is just, yeah, 27 over 256 on your calculator. Just do it on a calculator. Okay. The spinners each spawn. Okay. Over here, we have spinner A, spinner B, right? They're both spun, and the sum of them is recorded. So 4 and 4 gets you 8, and you have to fill it in. 4 and 5 is 9. 5 and 4 is 9. 5 and 5 is 9 is 10. Damn, my fault. It's 10. 5 and 5 is 10. 5 and 5 again 10. 5 and 6 11. 6 and 5 11. 6 and 5 again 11. Okay, المهم, what's the sum? What's the probability that it's even and greater than 9? Okay, we want them to be even and we want it to be greater than 9. So the first thing you should be looking for, what are the numbers that are greater than 9? If you look at even, you're going to be looking at all of them, but we need to have them that are greater than 9. The numbers greater than 9 are these. Okay, these selections. These are the sums that are greater than 9. These. Which one of these are even? You have to check them one by one. This 10 is even, 10 is even, 10 is even, 12 is even, 10 is even, 10 is even. How many numbers is that? That's 6. 6 out of how many sums are we looking at? We're looking at 4, 8, 12, 16 total sums. 16 total sums. So 6 over 16. I don't know who made this quiz, but it should be in simplest form. So it should be 3 over 8. But يعني, you don't always win in life sometimes. ف it's 6 over 16. It should be simplest form. I don't agree with this quiz صراحة. It should be wrong. If in an exam you put 6 over 16 as your probability, you're gonna get it wrong. But since they want it over 16, keep it as 6. It shouldn't be like that though. حتى in a calculator, if you do it, you're gonna get 6 over 16. The calculator gives it to you as 3 over 8. Okay, this question I'm gonna do it fast because uh, it's easy. Zoom out. Uh, to graph, it's always, you have to always put the cumulative frequency, okay? And the cumulative frequency, you have to make the table for it. 5 plus the number before it, so 5. 18 plus the number before it, 5. 23. 7 plus 23, 30. 10 plus 30, 40. 9 plus 40, 49. 49 plus 1 is 50. This is the cumulative frequency. How do you graph? You always take the last number. Oh, that's not the last number. You always take the last number with your cumulative frequency. Okay, so these are your points. Okay, so let's do it. It's gonna be, the first point is obviously, the first point goes with 0, by the way, 50 0, and it's already there. The second point we said 52 5, so 52 5, it's there. 54 23, so 54 23, 23 is in between 20 and 25. 56 50, 30, sorry, that's a 30. 56 30, if we go 56 30, 58 40, so 58 40, and then 60 49, 60 and 49. 49 is right under 55, you just put it there. And then 62 50, which is already drawn for you. Okay, it's already there. Easy question. I don't think you need struggle in this. Okay, this is the annoying ones. Okay, solid cylinder has a volume of 125 pi centimeter cube. Okay, this cylinder has a volume of 125 pi. Okay, and the height of it equals 5. What's the radius? Okay, formulas, always formulas. Volume of cylinder equals uh, pi r squared h. Okay, in this case, wow, why did I freeze? Wow. In this case, h is 5 because he told us it's 5. So 5 times pi times r squared equals 125. Why? Because and they told you the volume is 125. So it's gonna be divide 5 on the other side. You're gonna get pi r squared is equal. This is pi, sorry, 125 pi is equal to 25 pi because 125 divided by 5 is actually 25. Uh, so can you cancel pi on both sides? Yes, you can. You get r squared is 25, and r is equal to 5. That's it. Yeah, to be honest. Part B, a solid cone with the height of 9 centimeters is attached to this cylinder from part A, and we now have a new solid. What is the total volume of this new solid? Okay, we know that the old volume of the cylinder is 125 pi. Okay, we need to find the volume of this cone and add it to this volume of the cylinder to get the total volume of the whole solid, right? So how do we do that? We need to find the volume of the cone. And the volume of the cone is always pi r squared h over 3. Okay, since they want the answer in terms of pi, just cancel out that pi. Okay, r squared h. R squared is going to be uh, 5 squared. Okay, why 5 squared? Because we said the radius is 5 and it's the same radius, like it got attached to the cylinder. Okay, so 5 squared times the height, which is 9 over 3. Why is the height 9? They said 9 here. Okay, 5 squared times 9 is 25 times 9, which is 25 times 9. 225 over 3, and you get 75. But it's going to be 75 pi, obviously. Whatever. But you get 75 pi. And the cylinder under it is 125 pi. You add these, you get 200 pi. That's it. That's it. Formulas. All of them are formulas. Okay. A solid similar to that of part B has a volume of 5,400 pi. The radius of the cylinder of this new solid is something centimeters. Okay, always, 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 always. Whenever you're working with similar polygons, okay, similar polygons, side over side is equal to side over side. Area over area is equal to side over side squared. Volume over volume is equal to side over side cube. Exactly. In this case, we're talking about two similar volumes. So we're going to use cubes. Let's put all of this garbage aside and let's use volume over volume equals side over side cube. What's our old volume? Or our new, let's work with our new volume. Let's put the bigger volume up. 5,400 pi. What's our old volume? It's 200 equals side over side. In this case, we're talking about radiuses, and obviously the radius is a side of a polygon. The big radius, we don't know it, right? We're trying to find it of the new solid. The old radius, however, we know it's 5, right? Because we said the radius of this cylinder is 5. The radius of the polygon is 5. As 200 pi, sorry. And we said this should be cube because we're talking about volume over volume, so it should be cube. Pi gets cancelled with pi, and you solve this as a normal equation, and you'll get r over 5 cross multiply r equals 15. Okay. Question 24. The volume of a sphere of radius 6 is how much? Okay, the volume, another formula for you guys. Volume of a sphere is equal to 4 over 3 pi r cube. So what will it be? 4 over 3. They want it in terms of pi, so you just cancel pi. 4 over 3 times r cube, so 6 cube, and you're going to get 288. question part B, sorry. Okay, part B is a bit more practical, okay? Uh, the sphere is placed in a cylindrical container of radius 7 centimeters, filled with 1 liter of water. 1 liter, by the way, has a volume of 1000 centimeter cube. It's given down. Okay, what is the new height of the water? Okay, obviously, once you place the sphere inside the water, the volume of the water will increase. And I think you guys all know what I'm talking about. Whenever you put an object into any liquid, the volume of that liquid will increase, right? So the new volume, the old volume of water is 1000, right? The new volume is actually the old volume plus the volume of the sphere. Why? Because we're submerging the sphere inside that water. So what will it be? It's going to be the new volume equals 1000 plus 288 pi. And you can do this on a calculator, whatever. But this is the new volume. And I think, let me do it on my calculator, 1000 plus 288 pi, you get 1904.77 equals 1904.77. Okay, how do you find the height? Okay, we have the volume of a cylinder, we have the radius, which is 7, but we want the height. Can you find it? Of course you can. What is the volume of a cylinder? The volume of any cylinder is equal to pi r squared h. R squared is going to be 7 squared. H we're trying to find, and we just keep pi here. We know that the volume is 1904.77, and you solve this like any other equation. Since they don't want it in terms of pi, they actually want the number, we have to keep h alone, so you actually have to divide by pi this time. So it will be h equals 1904.77 divided by 7 squared times pi. If you do this on a calculator, okay, uh, it will be 7 squared times pi. I just want to get you the exact answer, which my calculator gave me 12.37. Obviously, your answers will be different. They want you to round it to the nearest centimeter, so it will be 12 cm. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Uh, I wish everybody good luck. And less than 45 minutes. I tried my best. It's a lot of questions, Aslan. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye.